I feel like I've spent the last year trying to warn you, but here we are. I failed, and that makes me sad. To be honest, I think I'm a little bitter too. Definitely a little bitter. Is there a word for when you feel sad and bitter? As a community, I know we've been under a lot of stress, so I understand the need for a distraction. But to have the conversation of who belongs and who doesn't belong in our community at this time feels misplaced. In the 80s and 90s, our community was small but well defined. Times changed, and so did our community. I believe that the expansion of our community contributed to finding ourselves where we are today. So here we are in this time of crisis discussing whether or not we're all the same. We are all not the same, and that seems pretty obvious to me. Now it seems there's a negative connotation associated with pursuing a medical path. That really bugs me, since that path was the path that most of my generation pursued. I'd like to remind you, at least in my opinion, it's my generation that got us to where we were before the catastrophe. Arguing about who's going to suffer more is ridiculous. There's going to be plenty of suffering to go around. Why are we discussing who belongs and who doesn't when there's nothing left to belong to? We, me, you, and the rest have lost our federal identity. But rather than uniting, we are stuck in division just the way they want it. We fell for it. We took the bait. Why not? Let's argue about privilege in a very marginalized community. If and when it all goes wrong, I promise you the people who can will deny their inclusion in our community. Mind you, that's not going to be an option for all of us. Loss always impacts the people who need what is being lost the most. The legislation that they've written and are writing has no impact on your thoughts or feelings. They're attempting to legislate away our actions, the things we do, to make our thoughts and feelings reality. The part of this community that I'm worried most about is the people that have started something and now can't finish, finding themselves stuck in a place that is very far from their destination, left to figure out how they're going to get where they want to go without any help, left to figure it out for themselves, sitting ducks. I remember very well how difficult that part of life was. I remember very well the hospital visits. Privilege is not having those memories. It's not living with the PTSD. My heart hurts for you, so many of you, because you have your head so far up your own arse that you're going to learn what I already know the hard way, just like I did. For every story that I've ever told that you've listened to, there are people with the same story that aren't here, that aren't telling the story. I'm here because I probably made a couple of more good decisions than they did. But honestly, it's just a matter of luck. Pure luck. So just remember, every time we're fighting amongst ourselves, we are doing the enemy's work for them.